What up, people? It's SPJ back here again for SPJ Live. Oh, Ben, you smart ass. What's going on, friends? Good to have you all here. Hope you are having a good week, and wherever you are doing well and that you're all healthy. It is Thursday, July 23rd, 2020, and it's SPJ Live. Thank you so much for joining me this week. It's always awesome to have you guys, the usual suspects. And if you're watching on replay for the first time, welcome to the show. If you are lurking as a viewer right now, don't be afraid to join the conversation, join the community. We're a pretty accepting bunch here, and we like when new faces join the party. Brian Landreth is here. Ben Coombs is here. I see a very old comment from G with a question. We're going to have to take a look at that. Brian, Ben, Bent. Are there any more B names in here? It's good to have you guys here. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, guys. So, like the title of the video says, this is all going to be about these two gig bags that I have right here. With Greg from Vola Guitars last week. We exchanged guitars. We had a little chat, and yes, we were playing it safe. And it was all fun. It was really great to finally get this kind of thing going. And I'm looking forward to showing you guys these guitars. I've been playing them a lot since I got them, as I usually do when I get new guitars. And they are really, really nice. And I think you guys are going to like them too. Let me just see what's going on here. Brian has got his brand new TL Pedals Stinger Fuzz. That's very awesome. I did actually check out the website last night, Brian, after you had messaged me. Whenever his daughter is back in, it'd be really cool to have a kid build a fuzz pedal. That'd be really cool. So hopefully she'll be wanting to get back into it after a while. I can certainly understand, like kids are kind of finicky. They don't always want to do the same thing every day. They want to, go out and they want to have new adventures and do new things. And that's totally cool. So that'll be fun to check out. Let's see what else we got going on here. Maybe we can talk about G's question. I don't know if G's going to join in live or if G is going to be watching on the replay. So he's actually asking a question about the Volas compared to the Schecter HSS Nick Johnston. G, at the moment, I can't make a good comparison of that for you in all 100% honesty. I've not played the HSS version of the Nick Johnston Schecter. I've played the custom shop version of his first signature model with 3 single coil pickups in it. And I loved that guitar. But with the caveat of saying that was a custom shop instrument, that wasn't a production instrument. I think the Nick Johnstons that are that kind are currently made in Indonesia, I want to say. So you kind of have the toss up of like there may be a little bit of a little bit of a disparity in quality. Schecter stuff like that is always really, really well done. And it's always really high quality, and you get a lot of guitar for the money. But I can't say with any confidence that the Vola that I have is better than the Nick Johnston HSS. For main reason, I have not played the HSS Nick Johnston. 2, I've not played either of those guitars in any sort of time proximity where I would be able to remember my experiences outside of just saying, oh yeah, I played that guitar, it was really good. And 2, I've not heard the new humbucker that they've come up with for Nick Johnston. So, you know, it's your money, it's your guitar, it's not mine. I just know that I've really been enjoying getting to know the Volas, and I think at the end of the day, it's really just going to come down to aesthetics. You know, the HSS or any of the Nick Johnstons are going to be much more of like a classic Fendery kind of look than the Volas, and you guys will see what I mean in just a little bit. So I'm sorry I can't really be of more help on that one, G. I wish I could be. I wish I had some ins at Schecter that I would be able to do this kind of stuff for you. But sadly, I just don't have enough experience with the current models to be able to say, yeah, go for it. So good luck with your search. And now beer of the week, leave no stone unturned. I found this today. It is the Stone. They're calling it something different this time. They're calling it Ruined Again. It's actually formerly known as the Ruin 10, formerly known as Ruination 10th Anniversary Triple IPA. And this is a fantastic IPA. I've had it before. This is this year's version of it. And it should be pretty, yep, it's going to be pretty spectacular. I can already tell. Yep, I was right. Spectacular stuff. What else has been going on this week that I can update you guys on? Other than the Vola Guitars, filmed videos for Big Joe Empire. I had to reshoot them after last week, and I'll tell you why in a second. I had to reshoot the Big Joe Empire. I had to reshoot the Chrysostom Chorus, and I had to reshoot the Strymon Compadre. And the reason I had to reshoot them is because the camera that normally I use for the pedal cam for Stompbox Saturday videos was somehow lapsed into a mode where it was recording at 1,000 times the speed that it was capturing on camera. So imagine filming an hour-long video, and when you go to import the footage into your video editing software, it compressed that hour of footage down to like 3 to 5 seconds. It was not a good day. So I had to reshoot those. We shot a video of the DC Pro and the Kramer Pacer Vintage. So you guys can look forward to that in the coming weeks. We do have the Moore Ocean machine that we can take a look at. I will also be shooting a brand new pedal board build video, which I'm very excited about. We're going to basically be making what I would call my rig with this video. Hopefully incorporating some things that I've learned from some of my buddies who are pedal board builders and that I will be able to do on my own. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hope that you guys will enjoy that. What up, Terry's 3Gs? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, that was a big head on that one. It was a big head on that pour. Getting like a little kind of tarty thing on this. That's good stuff. That's really good. Maybe not Pliny the Younger good, but it's damn good. That's a damn good IPA. So, other than that, I did actually finally receive word, let's see, from Hughes and Kettner. Thankfully, Richard and I have been able to still communicate. You might recognize Richard. He's done some appearances in some of the, he was at GitCon, he was at TGU, he was at 42 Gear Street. And we're going to be working on some stuff with Hughes and Kettner this summer, which is going to be really fun. So far, lots of stuff in the works, lots of stuff in planning. I'm still trying to lay down some guests for these things so that we can have some sort of interviews and interactions. And I'm looking forward to it. I think you guys will enjoy it. So with that in mind, hit the 11-minute mark. Let's go ahead and check out the first guitar from Vola that I got. I think we'll start with this one. Nice little gig bag. It's not terribly thick, but it's also not like the worst in the world. Oh, Ben, that just sucks. Yeah, I've had that happen before where it just freezes and it never goes. That was me last night trying to buy Comic-Con exclusive Funko Pops. Ugh, sucks. Anyway, so we're going to check out this first model, which is got a rosewood fingerboard. It's a vintage white finish. It is the Vasti. So this is sort of their telly style, obviously. It's got some interesting body contours and interesting quirks about it. The neck is kind of that tinted maple that gives it kind of a vintagey look with a little skunk stripe back there, which is really cool. It's got rosewood fingerboard. It's got your normal dots, 22 frets. It's got typical telly layout, but the bridge pickup is a humbucker, a dual blade humbucker. And so you split the coil with a push pull pot on the volume knob tone, typical kind of telly layout. And let's see, who makes these tuners? These are Godo vintage style tuners. They kind of look like vintage Fender tuners, but yeah, they're really cool. So with that in mind, let's get to know it a little bit. Hey, Francisco is here. Good to see you, buddy. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Let's tune this up. Let's see, Brian had a tough week we're having on YouTube at all until today, except for a few minutes here and there. Sorry you had a tough week, Brian. I know those weeks only too well. Hopefully it all just gets better from here, but we're glad you're here. One of the things that I can say about this guitar, since I've already had it for a bit and I have been playing it, that I'm actually really enjoying about it is that it has nines on it. So the string feel is very slinky, a lot slinkier than I'm used to, just because I prefer heavier gauged strings. I'm gonna turn this up. That should be good for us. Ah, Diego! What's up, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, the strings are just... I can do a lot more with that. Ben, there is a coil tap on it, coil split. I don't remember off the top of my head specifically what's what. But what's nifty is when the volume knob is down, it's in like single coil mode. And then when you pull it up, it has the it has the full humbucker. Well, Ben, my Navigator has 10s on it, so sorry. Aw, thanks, Diego. I really appreciate your little super sticker. That's so nice of you. Turn the tone knob down a little bit. Yeah, really good stuff. Nicole McIntosh, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. I don't believe I've seen your name in the chats before, but you were very welcome to join us. Thanks so much for doing that. One of the things that I really dig about the Vola vibe, as it were, is that not only do we get this sort of spacey and very modern take on a Telecaster, but the neck has a very like chunky feel to it. It's not one of these sort of super tellies, I guess we could say. We have super strats, why not have super tellies? That it doesn't, it's not like an Ibanez where the neck has a very thin profile to it. This is a very thick, meaty profile. So for someone like me who has spent most of his career playing Gibson-styled instruments and derivatives of that formula, this is very, very comfortable. And it's actually one of the reasons why I fell in love with the Jennings Navigator and why I eventually had Chad build one for me, because he was able to take this much more like hefty neck profile, make it really, really comfortable to play, and it just becomes something really, really nice, really, really cool. And Nicole says it right there, a super telly, exactly. And you also had a question, Nicole, about what's the bridge pickup and the neck pickup. These are actually Vola designed pickups. I don't know about what the model names of them are, but it's it's a dual blade humbucker, single coil sized in the bridge, and a Telecaster style single coil in the neck. So yeah, I really dig it. I think it sounds really good. Terry wants to talk about the brand new NHL expansion team, the Seattle Kraken. Well, it's a better Washington team name than Redskins, for one. And I got no problems with it. Seattle is a port town. So there's a lot of ties to seafaring ways. The Seattle Mariners, the Seahawks pay tribute to the Native American heritage of the area, which is kind of cool. But I dig it. I don't have any problems with it. Let's see. What is this? Something about those models of their Strat and Telly with that odd contours of the body, like on the rear indent inward wasn't there. Okay, so I think you're meaning like the tummy cut and the little carve here for the neck heel. Yeah, the neck heel carve isn't like it just kind of, since we have this blocky neck heel, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think it's just an aesthetic thing. The tummy cut in and of itself is cool. I actually like their little bevel right here and the swoop. It just gives everything a really nifty look that is very different. I don't know. I'm cool with it. It plays really well. It sounds really good. It feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good. Nice flat fretboard, but big chunky neck. I'm into it. JJ's House of Jams. How you doing, buddy? Keep driving. Don't text and drive. Unless you're not the one driving. Then text away. Yeah, just... But Terry, here's the thing, though. He says they're using a big S as a logo. The Dodgers is like an L and an A. It used to be a B when they were in Brooklyn. The Seattle Mariners is an S with a compass on it. The Kraken logo is literally a tentacle shaped into an S with a Kraken eye on it. So it's cool to me. I dig it. It's no problems whatsoever. Yeah, guys, I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's got some nifty features to it. Got some nifty contours to it. I think this is going to be a fun one. So that is guitar number 1. What did you guys think? I liked it. He's probably using voice to text or parked outside my house. He could be parked outside my house and I just wouldn't know it yet. All I'd have to do is look out the window. That'd be funny. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Your accent doesn't work with voice to text. Oh, that's funny. I don't use voice to text much. I use it every once in a while, but it's not like my main bag, you know? Let's see if we got... Brian's asking, doesn't Rabia have the copyright on the Kraken name? As long as it's not used in guitars, then the Seattle Kraken are okay with it. Trademark and IP law is a very weird thing. You can get away with a lot of things, but then again, you can't. So, time for guitar number 2, which I'll just start out by saying has a whammy bar, which is awesome. But what could it be? I wonder. Well, some of you eagle-eye viewers might have seen on the thumbnail that there was a reverse headstock. So this is that one with the reverse headstock. It's also got a roasted maple neck, which I love. If you thought that the Tiger Stripe Kramer was the most outlandish finished guitar I was going to get this year, you would be wrong. Look at this thing. Isn't that cool? It's sort of like a matte metallic purple, blue, green tie-dye fade. It's so cool. It's got a clear pick guard on it so that you can really see the finish. And that if I get up close, you can probably see some of the grain of the wood popping through there. I don't know how much. There you go. That's a good angle. So, yeah. Nicole likes it. I like it too, as a matter of fact. It was either going to be this one. They also have 2 versions where they paint it black, but then they put different grain fillers in it. So the grain of the wood would have more color in it than this. One version has a glow-in-the-dark grain filler, but the other one has sort of like what I call a liquid hot magma grain filler, where it goes from like red to orange to yellow. It's a really cool thing. I was kind of hoping for that one, but then this one showed up, and I'm like, huh, okay, I'm kind of into it. I'm into it for now. Is this the finish that I would want to have if I got to keep this guitar? I'd probably want one that'd be a little bit more in line with my image, so to speak. But this guitar has been a real treat to play. It again has sort of that, like, it's a very obviously modern take on the Super Strat idea. But what makes it so much more appealing to me, I guess I can say, is that the neck, again, has this really nice thickness to it. It's not a super tiny neck profile. Split split the bridge humbucker into a single coil pickup. 5-way switch. Just a really nice, very the tones are just really spot on. Again, like these are Vola designed pickups. Goto whammy bar, Goto locking tuners, reverse headstock. Nicole is asking, how does the fingerboard feel? Nicole, personally, I feel like the fingerboard is really flat, which is great. I really love this marriage of a nice kind of heftier neck shape on the back of the neck, but the fretboard is quite flat. So if you wanted to be able to do your typical shreddy wheedly woos, so you can do that, but at the same time, I know in case Lillian is watching in the rebroadcast. Lillian loves the bends. I might as well give it to Lillian. You can still do that kind of stuff. To that point, you can do Stevie things. You can do, let's see. John Frusciante-ish things. You can do. You can do stuff like that. You're only too kind, Diego. You're only too kind. And thanks for that. I like this tone is pretty good. I'm liking it a lot. Yep, good stuff. Gillis is here. How you doing, buddy? I would remove the pickguard though. It makes it just kind of the whole body for a shinier look overall. Makes a cool effect on the lower arm, mimicking the carved top. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that. I personally, I prefer satin finish on guitars because when I play live, I tend to sweat a lot. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to go with what Ben said, but I can't really say that my Les Pauls have a totally like super flat and shreddy fretboard. I just don't know the specs. I play what I like. Brian, you were asking earlier about the bridge. It is a 6 saddle like a Strat, but it's a two screw post, so it's not a 6 screw post. But stays in tune, which is nice. Hello, Janice. How are you today? Good to see you here. Yeah, guys, I really dig these guitars. They're a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun making some videos with them. They might get used in other videos outside of the videos that I make specifically about these guitars, which would be cool. There's not a whole lot I have to complain about, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to get in. Where did they put the second strap post? Right here. Right under there. And right there. So there you go. It hangs. Oh, Janice, I did not know you had tendonitis, so it's good to see that it's feeling better. Yeah, God, that's nothing to mess with. Gonna boost this up. Gonna tune up and then boost it. Less gritty. Ben is asking if both guitars are made in Japan. They are both indeed made in Japan. And the price is pretty fair. I think what Greg and I were talking about was like their $1,400-$1,500. Like the fret edges are nice, and like they don't have any like sharp edges. yeah, just really, really dig these. Brian is sharing his signal chain. My signal chain at the moment is Stinger Muff Stereo with tremolo going to left amp. Each amp has separate delay and reverb. Tremolo is real slow. It's my poor man's tape echo. Nice. That's cool. Diego asking, CEO coming out with new material. TBD, buddy. TBD. We're kind of at a lot of crossroads right now with everything going on in the world and in life right now. So we don't want to jump the gun too soon. I wish I could say that we will put something out this year, but I can't guarantee that. Yeah, I just can't guarantee it. I would love to, though. Apparently, Diego thinks I need to come out with a solo project. Man, I spend so much time on these videos that I've had so little time to even think about writing new music. It's not to say I haven't given it any thought. I've definitely given it some. But I don't know, man. I like being in a band. I like working with Cinda. I like her singing. I like doing that stuff. That's home for me. That's the kind of stuff that I like. I'd play bass for Sean, but the commute to band practice would be a bitch. Indeed. You know, right now, one of the things that I am wanting to focus a little bit more on, and it's going to kind of be something I'm going to try to implement into life over the course of the next few weeks, is newsflash for you guys. I'm going to be fasting for the next like 2.5 weeks. Basically just going to be drinking fresh fruit and vegetable juices. I got a bunch of ingredients to do it today. I'm kind of doing it for multiple reasons. Health is one reason, but I'm just I like to do it every once in a while, just kind of like not think about, the hustle and bustle of like my day being broken up because I have to like cook, even though I love cooking. But just as a way to kind of like help reset the body right now. And I'm doing it because it's like a sort of like an exploratory spiritual thing. I think we all need to kind of get back in touch, and we need to center ourselves, and we need to find, you know, the real important stuff. And I find that when I do these fasts, I end up having a little bit more of that mental clarity, so that I end up with something like that. Maybe I'll kind of update you guys on how that's going throughout this. But maybe during that time, I want to try to incorporate like practicing and just really starting to get certain things up, like, you know, my left-right hand coordination. I want to start, you know, working on playing over chord changes again, getting back into playing to a real book and playing over changes. I want to start, you know, working up my speed and my dexterity, connecting scales, and getting more creative with the way that I write songs. I will be filming some videos during the time, but it's not going to be nearly the amount and the stress that I've put on myself production-wise for it before. The thing that's difficult about when you start doing YouTube, and I'm so thankful to you guys, whether you're watching right now live or whether you're watching on repeat, the fact that you guys come back every week and watch this is pretty much evident that I'm doing something that you guys enjoy, and I want to keep doing it for you guys, because if you guys are having fun with it, I'm having fun with it. There's no reason that we should stop doing it. But this work is very, very time consuming. And it's one of those things that now, since quote unquote, everybody has the time, which they really don't, they just think they do. It's very difficult now that everybody, I've never been busier. I have been so busy with videos since the lockdown. Basically, before everything shut down in California, I lined up months worth of work. And when it wrapped up, I had to kind of start getting things going again. And I find myself day in and day out up here working on videos, planning videos, emailing people about videos. As you guys saw a few weeks ago, you know, in my office, I've been in there a lot over the course of the last month. Because that's just what you got to do when you do this for a living. You got to work really hard to maintain it, and it's not just a thing about time. It's a question of, you know, can you manage it with everything else that you want to do? So I want to try that a little bit. Try to insert some more practice, insert some more sort of creativity for myself. Hopefully, get better as a player overall. And just, you know, continue to enjoy the instrument like I do. So, you know, that is. Oh, Diego, I've done this many times before, and I definitely get the bad headaches. I actually find, and, you know, this is like, you know, I looked up the definition of a Karen the other day, and how they were talking about how she relies on essential oils more than conventional medicine to cure what ails her. And the ironic thing is, I always, anytime I do this, I always keep a bottle of peppermint oil nearby. And when I start to feel a little nauseous, I take a whiff of that for like 10 seconds, and it kind of helps that feeling pass, and I start to feel a little better. If I start getting a headache, I actually find, like, if I take a drop on my finger and just like put it on like the third eye area and on my temples, just like 1, 2, 3, kind of rub it in a little bit, it actually does take the headache away. So, I mean, people can say that's a Karen thing to do all they want. I can just say I've done it before and it's actually worked. And I'm not one of these like super hippie guys that says you need to, you know, go out in the woods and make your own granola and, you know, all that fucking hippie shit. But I tried it, it worked, and if I try it and it personally works for me, then I'm going to keep doing it, you know? Yeah. These guitars sound pretty good, don't they? Oh yeah, it's good stuff. For those of you wondering, I've been boosting this with the yellow spiral from Spiral Electric Effects all this time. Unboosted, boosted. All that kind of silly shit. So yeah, guys, 2 new guitars from Vola Guitars in the studio. We're going to be demoing them. We're going to be doing stuff with them. I don't think these are going to be the only Vola guitars that we're going to see in the studio this year. I think we're going to see more. There's some other things that we might be seeing as well. I cannot divulge that information at this time. But I dig this. I dig it a lot. In terms of super strat, it's been kind of cool getting to play Kramer. It's been kind of cool getting to play the Volas. It's just been cool to kind of reacquaint myself with the super strat kind of thing. You guys all know I'm pretty much a staunch Les Paul guy. That's where I find home. That's where I'm most comfortable. But I gotta say, it's been really nice trying these new guitars out, just having a blast, just checking out new stuff. That's one of the best byproducts of this, is that if you're someone like me who's always been kind of into guitars and into gear, that's one of the best byproducts of doing this as a job, is that you kind of get to scratch an itch for yourself every time you get something new in. And this is one of those itches that needed to be scratched, and I didn't realize until I went to, I picked it up and actually spent some time with it. I dig it. Big thanks to Greg at Vola for making this happen with the Vasti and the Oz. These are two really, really killer guitars. Very different than anything that I currently have, but not so different that they're hard to get along with. My first impressions of them, having only had them about a week, is really that they kind of have this best of both worlds idea where it's inspired by something old, but definitely takes everything onto a new playing field. They give it their own spin. They give it their own interpretation. And it's because of that we have some really good guitars like this, and they're made in Japan. And made in Japan guitars have a, absolutely stellar reputation for quality. These are definitely instruments of quality. They play incredibly well. They're comfortable. Neither of them are, super heavy. And they sound and play really, really well. And at the end of the day, it's like, what more could you want from a guitar that sounds great and plays great? Of course, you want it to look good. But, I think I was talking to Hunter from Agu Fish, and it was completely unrelated to his Hello Kitty Squires and his AliExpress Hello Kitty 7-string. But to me, it's like, if you like the Hello Kitty guitar and the Hello Kitty guitar sounds good and it plays good, why wouldn't you want to use it? Just use the guitars that play good and sound good. However they look is kind of irrelevant to me at that point. And I think one of the best examples of that is really to just look at what some of the greats were playing, in the studio. It's like Jimmy Page had a beautiful 1959 Burst Les Paul, but still had that cheapo department store Dan Electro because he just liked the sound of it for, dadgad stuff. So I can't say enough about it. I think these are going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys stick around for these videos. They should be coming sooner rather than later, but we're going to have a lot of fun with these. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching the show tonight as well. Diego, thanks so much for that compliment, buddy. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well where you are, and I hope wherever you guys are watching from, you are doing well right now. If you are currently a subscriber, thank you so much for the support. It's always great to have you guys join me. Come back on Saturday because we have a new episode of Stomp Box Saturday. We're finally going to get to see the Big Joe Empire Overdrive in action, which is going to be awesome. If you haven't done so already and want to see that video before it goes live on YouTube, you can do so by becoming a patron on Patreon. Link is in the description below. I am going to start uploading some archive content, which I will not be making public on YouTube. I will only be sharing that with my Patreon backers. Some of the stuff is just a little too embarrassing to want to share in public, but if you guys are throwing some money my way to support the channel, I'm happy to share my embarrassment with all of you guys. But for the time being, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this, please do click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss demo uploads and you don't miss live stream uploads. I will see you all next time, next week, same bat time, same bat channel. JJ has made it home. That's fantastic. Glad you're home, buddy. Glad you're safe. I'm glad you guys are home and glad you guys are safe. And I will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel right here for SPJ Live. Till next week, wish you great tone, good health, happy stomping. Cheers, friends. Have a good weekend.